Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the NJ Show. I hope everybody's doing good. NJ, you're so bearish, NJ. NJ, oh man, you need to fix up, NJ. How can you realize that the bottom's in? How can you not realize that the bottom's in, NJ? NJ, man, you're so bearish, bro. You need to fix up, NJ. NJ, you missed out on all the longs. Yesterday, I had somebody tell me, NJ, I hope you see the light soon, bro. Someone I respect said that. And I think to myself, what the fudge is that? What is that? Anyway, we are going to talk about that today. Now, I'm seeing the comments coming in. Please keep the comments coming in. I'll do the shout out in just a moment. I have got my fan on in the background. If it is making too much noise, let me know in the comments and I'll go and switch it off, right? But we're going to talk about Bitcoin today. I think the stream is going to be a little longer than usual, so please do be patient with me. It's good to see everybody here. I'm glad everybody's tuning in on a Wednesday. It is great to see everybody. We are going to bring up the chart of Bitcoin in just a moment, but I'm keen to see, do you guys think that we're in a bull market? If you guys do, I'm not going to force the bearish narrative. I'm not going to do that because I'm not a bear. I'm a bull. I'm a retarded bull. When the bull market is here, I'm doing a lot of crazy things. Wait till you see what happens with the content here on In It for the Tech when I think that the bull market is back. But if you guys think that the bull market is here, like I said, I'm not going to force the bearish narrative. So I'm keen to see what you guys think. Let me bring my chart up and let's kick it off. All right. Okay. So looking at the monthly time frame per Bitcoin, what's really happened? What's really happened? Well, it's looking quite bullish, isn't it? It's looking quite bullish. We've got this monthly candle here telling us that this wants to go higher. All right. Now, from the monthly time frame, what I'm seeing here is number one, I'm not going to ignore it. We're at resistance. Okay? That's number one. Number two is if I just remove that, if I just remove that very quickly, we've got the 3 touch points right there. Very, very nice push up. Let's go to the weekly. All right. Now, from the weekly time frame, this is looking all right, isn't it? This is looking like we've established a bottom. We've gone through accumulation. So let's mark this out here like this. Okay. Let's mark this out here like this. There we go. And then what we'll do is we'll give this same like this. And then what we'll do is we'll something like this, okay? Maybe that's a little bit too high, but that's fine. Okay? So now look, we're on the weekly now. Back to the monthly. As I've said, we're looking all right on the monthly. I've marked out my range now. This is my zoomed out range just so that we can, I want to become a bull too. If I'm wrong, I want to become a bull. I want you guys to help me, convince me become a bullish guy because I want to get bullish. I do. I want us to have fun and make loads of money on altcoins. I'm not sure what everybody thinks I've been doing on this stream if that's not the narrative. So there we go. We've got our range high, we've got our mid range, and we've got the range low. Now, let's play a little game, yeah? When we got to the range low, do you notice that we got this nice little bottom here? Nice. We got that low volatility, and then we got that price shooting up. Okay? We've had minimal pullbacks, haven't we? Have we even touched the mid-range? Have we touched the mid-range? No, we haven't. Where did our retest come from? Our retest came from here. This high here. Let's make that into a different color. Maybe we'll zoom that out a little bit. There you go. We didn't quite get the mid-range, but we got, I would say, a fair representation of the mid-range. So look, kudos. You want to be bullish? Let's be bullish. So if we've touched the range low and we've touched the mid-range, and technically we'd be pushing towards the range high, wouldn't we? Okay. Range high comes in at about 32K. Here I've got sort of, about 32K. All right. We've got about 32K here. Now, if I go back into the daily, this starts to become a lot more clearer. We can now drag this a little bit back. We can drag this out here a little bit. We can drag this out here a little bit. We could drag this out here a little bit like this, just to make it a little bit prettier. Okay. Now it starts to look a little bit clearer. Now, on this channel, we have spoken about bull market, bear market, and accumulation for ages. We've been doing this for a year and a half. We've been at this same screen on this same channel, using the same comments with a lot of the same people, and we've been talking about bull market, bear market, accumulation. So if we've got the bull market here on just in the middle of the screen here, let me see if I can get my highlighter out to draw it all for you guys. We've got the bull market here, okay? Then we've got the bear market here. And now we're in accumulation, aren't we? Okay. Now, what do we mean by accumulation? What does that mean? Maybe some of you are a little bit confused as to what accumulation is. Accumulation tends to be a range bound environment that holds itself down, that establishes the Bitcoin lows, or any market, any chart you can find that you're looking for a cyclical pattern. You're looking for up moves, down moves, accumulation. You got to have decent enough data. All right. In Bitcoin's context, we have quite a bit of data that we can use. And we're assuming now that this is the accumulation phase. Why are we assuming that this is the accumulation phase? Well, number one, we have been receiving rate hikes from the US. No. Let's zoom out a little bit more. Number one, the dollar remains the most powerful currency in the world. There is no China. There is no Taiwan or France or this or that. There's none of those countries. It's the dollar. Whatever the dollar does is what's going to impact the rest of the market. That is just the simple. Like, you can't prove me wrong. All right. If you want to prove me wrong, do your best. But I don't believe you can prove me wrong on that. All right. The dollar is the most powerful. Now, given that the dollar is the most powerful, that means that we have been following all of these rate hikes. We have been following all of these FOMC statements. We've been following all these CPI. We've done all these CPI watch-alongs together. Now, why don't we do CPI watch-alongs for England or for Europe? Why is it not? Why don't we go live? Why don't we do watch-alongs for when the European bank, the biggest European central bank, when they start giving out their data and metrics? Why don't we go live for that? Because it doesn't tend to have an impact on the market the way Bitcoin, especially on Bitcoin, that the US does. All right. I think I mumbled my words up a little bit there, but I'm pretty sure you understood what I said. When the US does something, suddenly the market starts reacting. So look, it's fair to say, I think it's a very, very fair analogy to say that the dollar is the most predominant force in the world as it stands today. It might not be like that in 20 years. I appreciate that. But if we're still streaming in 20 years, we'll tackle that when it comes along. I just want to focus on what's happening now and where I think that we're going. Okay? These little moves here, when you zoom out, we've had significantly bigger moves than this for people to be calling for a bull market now. But nonetheless, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. So number one, the dollar is the strongest currency in the world. Number two, all of these rate hikes that we have had, okay? We've had these rate hikes going from 2022 all the way until where we are now. I want to ask everyone in the chat, okay? Have the rate hikes stopped? Have they stopped? Have we reversed at any stage in time? Have we reversed? Has the US come out saying, yo, we're bullish, like we're going to start releasing bare money back in the system. You're going to get $1,000 and you're going to get a stimulus check and everyone's just going to be able to have fun and long the market. Has that changed? I don't see any changes from that perspective as it currently stands. Okay, that's two. Number three, inflation has been coming down. Yes, inflation has been coming down. Do you know what I should do? I should write all of this for you guys. Hold on a second. Where's the text button? Not that. There it is. There it is. So, number one, the dollar. Let me make this bigger for everybody as well, just so that everybody can sort of see the dollar. Look at my spelling. The dollar remains the most powerful currency in the world. Okay, pardon my spelling. Okay, that's one. Let's move it like this. Okay, there we go. Number two. What did we say was number two? I'm forgetting what I'm saying. Number two, we said that therefore, we have been tracking all FOMC and CPI statements as they directly impact the market. 3. Yeah, 3. Has anything changed? Has anything changed in the last week? No. In capital letters, no. Nothing has changed in the last week. Okay? Now we are getting an aggressive push on Bitcoin. Does that to you signal a bull market? That's all I'm asking. Jerome Powell said that he wanted inflation to come down to 2%. All right. Inflation is currently at 4%. Now, if we start talking about UK, if we start talking about Europe, we're not going to see 4%. We're going to see higher numbers. And in fact, whilst the US are saying that they want to start looking at the idea of a pause or the idea of a reversion in 2024, the European Central Bank isn't saying that. European Central Bank is saying we might give more rate hikes. UK is saying we might have more rate hikes. So I'm not seeing the general pattern where everybody is getting bullish for the right reasons. And furthermore, let me ask some more questions to you guys because I want to see the comments flooding in. We've got a nice person here called Brian saying that we missed the longs. I saw your comment here. He says we missed the longs and the bottom is in. All right. It's all good to see you, Brian. I'm really glad that you're saying that. I would love to see why you think that is. Okay, because what I'm seeing is that we are in an accumulation pattern right here. Oopsie daisy. Let me just zoom this out. There we go. We are in an accumulation pattern right here. I'd like to change these colors as well. Let's change these colors. I'm going to make this green. I'm going to make that green. Can I keep this black? I'm going to keep this black. Okay. I would really like to oh, that's a different shade of green. Hold on. There we go. There we go. I'd really like to know why you think the bottom is in. Now, I know that we're going to talk about the ETFs today. We are going to talk about the ETFs. What we're going to do is we're going to stick with Bitcoin. We're going to take the information that we have that is clear, that is right in front of us. We're going to try and analyze if it's changed or not. Then we're going to move over to the news that's been coming out that suggests that we're in a blown bull market. Okay. I'm going to give everybody a chance. I'm going to give everyone a chance. So we've got these 3 major points here. Those are 3 very big points. All right. Now, number 4, if we are going to put a number 4 in this, all right. If we was to have a bull market, what would we need to see? We would need to see Bitcoin pushing aggressively. We are seeing that. That's fair. If we're going to be in a bull market, we're going to need to be in a position where new fresh money can come into the market. Now, what do I mean by fresh money? Use your brains, people. Use your brains. I don't mean to be rude and disrespectful, but I just took a lot of shit yesterday. I took a lot of crap yesterday, all because of an opinion. And I don't understand. All I'm doing is educating. All I'm doing is educating. I'm giving you my opinion, and I'm telling you why I think X, Y, and Z. Everybody's like, no, F you, NJ, you're a waste man. Nah, man, the bottom is in. Watch what Bitcoin does next. You're gonna get wrecked. As though I'm risking my whole account on every trade. It's disappointing. It's disappointing, and it shows me. It furthermore proves to me that we have lower to go. We have got lower prices to go. Now, another thing that I want to ask everybody in the chat. We haven't really got that many people here today, so feel free to step in at any point in time. Another thing that I want to ask today is when was the last time historically in Bitcoin? When was the last time, right? In all of this, when was the last time that all of us caught the bottom simultaneously? I'm noticing everybody caught the bottom. Everybody's saying that Max Payne is up. Everybody is saying that, oh, yeah, look at my P&L. Look at my profits. Oh, yeah, you're all wrecked. You're all wrecked. When was the last time that everybody caught the bottom at the exact same time? Because I don't remember that. This would be the first time for me. Another thing that I want to ask you guys is, you see, when we were up here, this area right here, What I remember on Twitter was everybody saying, I remember SC saying, oh, I think we're going to get a pullback to 24K. And the amount of people that got upset, the amount of people that said, no, this is not possible. I am seeing some of the same accounts now who have absolutely no shame. There seems to be absolutely no honor, no morals, no shame at all whatsoever. The same people that said that this wouldn't happen, this 24K pullback wouldn't happen, are the same people that are now tweeting saying, oh, we are having another full-blown bull market. It makes absolutely no sense. And quite frankly, I'm pissed off because I'm here to help people. I want people to not make the same mistakes that I made. And I'm going to show you some evidence in a minute. I am. So smash a like on the video if you're enjoying this content and if you want to hear more about why I think that everybody's deluded and everybody's about to eat shit. Smash a like on the video and subscribe if you haven't already. We're trying to get to 6K. Thank you everybody for tuning in. I love you all and I'm sorry that I'm ranting, but this rant is going to continue. This is going to be a longer stream. So strap in, right? Now, these same people who said 24K wouldn't come, who have been calling for 35K, some of these accounts I respect. I really respect them. They are my friends. I've got nothing against them on a personal level, but from a professional level, I have no clue what you're doing, my friend. I have no clue what you're doing. How can you call yourself trader? I don't understand. All of this stuff that I've had to say, and it's just based on these couple of lines. Imagine we start getting deeper. We are going to get deeper, by the way. We are. All right? Now, I can comfortably see here that we're at 29.1K. I know that people feel like they've missed out, but have we seen this before? Have we seen this price action before? Yes, we have. I'll show you in a moment. Number two is if we start drawing out range quarters. Let's start drawing out range quarters here, yeah? Let's do this. Let's change that to dotted line. Let's bring this range quarter in around about here, I would say. Yeah, eyeballing it, but it's about here. There we go. Okay? Now, we've broken the range quarter. I fully am okay with that. When everybody said that 24K wouldn't come, 24K came. And apparently, everybody bought it. Shockingly, everybody's bought this 24K and everybody else is missing out. All right, all good. Now, if we're playing from range perspectives, we've got a range low, a mid-range, a range high. You guys all know the drill. It's always range low, you play it until the mid-range, you play it until the range high. Now then what you do is you break it down even further, you find your range quarters, now you play it from range low to the mid-range to the range high. You play it from range low to the mid-range and then to range high. I understand. I get it. I get it. Yeah? But why shouldn't we come up to 32K? I'm shorting now. The reason I'm shorting now, and the reason I have been shorting, is because to me, this market has done nothing but given us, oopsie. Up until this point, this market has done nothing for us but proved to us that liquidity has been thinning, that fresh money isn't coming into the market, that new buyers are not coming in to the new market. That's what we've seen over the last couple of months. Since January, we have been rallying non-stop. We have had no decent pullback. Look at this area. Look at all these moves that we've had here. Let's zoom in. Look at all these moves that we've had here. Have we gotten the pullback? Did we get the pullback to this area here? Did we get that pullback in a trending environment? Did we get that pullback? No, we didn't. Over here, did we get that pullback into here? No, we didn't. And even now, we didn't even tap this mid-range. We got here and then we're pushing up. You guys are being taken for a ride. You guys are being fooled. Number one, all of my money is not trapped inside of this range. If I get stopped out inside of this range, I will see you back at 200K for Bitcoin. I'll be there. I will be there. Trust me, I will be there. I don't know if you will, but I will. This is my life. This is what I do. Okay, my money is not all trapped inside of this range. I can get stopped out 50 times and I'll still have over half my account left. Yeah? So let's clear that up now. That's one. Number two, if we are trapped in this range, then don't you think it's a bit ironic? And this is I really want to see some comments coming into the chat. I really want to see this because this next bit I want people to answer it. Don't you think it's ironic that people are getting horny and people are calling for new all-time highs and calling for big BTC bull markets right as we approach resistance? Are we at 15K right now? If at 15K you were calling for 32, I'd be like, you know what? This brother's got his balls on the line. But at 29K, if you're calling for 32K, I'm sorry, but you're calling for a 10% move. Well done. Your clout will be very short lived. You will be there for 10 minutes and then you'll disappear. And if we don't hit 32K, you're going to lie and say that you sold. You're going to lie and say, oh, taking profits is really important, friends. Like, that's the importance of taking profit. Don't forget, this is not financial advice. Yeah, that's what I see from these accounts. There's one account yesterday that trolled me. I'm very, very annoyed by it. And he's saying that we are in a full-blown bull market. What of this to me tells you that we are in a bull market? What I'm trying to understand, because look, do you know what? I'll tell you what. Let me tell you what. I'll show you this. Let me show you this. I've experienced this before. I bet you didn't know that. I bet you didn't know that I've gone through this exact same thing before. Let me show you. Look at this range, everybody. Look at the range high. Look at the range low. Look at the mid range. Everybody got that in their minds, yeah? All right, let's go. Let's go. Range low. Let's make that a line. Oopsie daisy. Hold on. Let's call this. Range high. Should we call this range high? Maybe this. Yeah, I like this. Let's call this the range high. Let's zoom that out a little bit. Let's do this. Is that fair? Let's bring in the mid range here. There we go. Eyeballing it just about there. Okay. That's not the perfect range. But have we seen this before? Look here. Accumulation range. Look here. Then look here. Accumulation range. Do you think that this was a coincidence? Range high, range low, range high, and then we were looking for a final retest of this consolidation here. Now, what am I saying, fellas and ladies? What am I saying? What of that looks similar? What are you seeing here? Now, look at this. I'm saying that Bitcoin should come back down first. I'm saying that as part of this accumulation range, Bitcoin should find, even if I don't think it might even go to the range high, but it's very, very possible. It's extremely possible. We can even deviate the range high. You know, Bastion says that was a good once in a lifetime global pandemic. Bastion, what about this? Don't you think people were calling for new bull markets here? What happened? Don't you think people were calling for new bull markets here? What happened? What happened? And this is not a fractal, by the way. I see Trader ZH saying this is a fractal. It's not a fractal. It looks like a fractal, but it's not. It's not. I'm basing it off different aspects. What I'm saying is that we have not had a reversion in the rate hikes yet. There's no credit in the market. There's no liquidity. Ask yourself this. Are your friends buying Bitcoin? Are your friends buying AVAX and Kusama and Polkadot. Because in the last bull market, while I was doing my thing as trader NJ, I had all these normie people approaching me saying, "Yo, bro, I bought some XRP recently. I bought some Solana. Yeah, I think it's gonna do good. I think Solana's got the potential for this." Where's all the videos? Where's all the rap songs? What kind of bull market is this where tokens are being illiquidly pumped and then dumped? Where's the aggressive up moves? Has this market proven itself to you yet? Because I've been in bull markets. Yeah, I've been in bull markets. Bull markets look like this. That's what a bull market looks like. Does it look like what we've got right now? Does this candle here look anything like what we're seeing up here on the left hand side there? Or does it look more similar to this, which apparently is only due to COVID? Apparently, it's only because of COVID. That's the reason that we got a retest into key consolidation before climbing out of the range and then going for new all-time highs because of just COVID. Bitcoin is the only market in the world, and it's because of COVID that this happened. Fool me once, yeah? Fool me once, you're not fooling me twice. Honestly, let me tell you something here. You see here, this area here, I remember calling EXO saying, bro, I missed it. Look, Saturday, the 29th of June, 2019, as we went into August, as we were going into August, I called not just EXO, but I called a few people saying I've missed it. I said I was in this from 2017. I've been in this game since 2016, 2017. I've been studying Bitcoin. I've been studying crypto. I've been studying altcoins. I missed out on this coin. I missed out on that coin. I was waiting for the maddest opportunity that I could. And I've missed it. That's what I said. And what did Bitcoin do? It gave us that opportunity again. Now, we have tapped this range low one time. Okay? We have tapped this range low one time. We have not retested this consolidation. We have been pushing up aggressively with no pullbacks, with very, very minimal pullbacks. Tell me, if you're going to long or short, you're going to ideally want a deviation and a reclaim and then push up, right? Because that's how we've all learned how to trade. Agreed? So let me just remove all of this. Yeah? That's what we want. Who actually went long here? There's not many people that did. Who went long here? Apparently everybody, but not really many people did. Why? Why did we not wait for this? Isn't that what your favorite trader shows you? Your favorite trader shows you, yeah, come back below the mid-range, do this. This is the bullish price action, and then there's your entry. Isn't that what your favorite trader says? Just bear with me, lads. 1 second, yeah? Bear with me, gents. Don't want to say during this thing, you make it possible. Please don't message me while I'm streaming. Please don't message me nonsense while I'm streaming. This is my stream. This is my stream. I'm here to voice my opinion. I don't need your opinions. But thank you for your message. Just stop messaging me. Thank you. Okay? That is what we usually see. All right? That is what we usually see. But we didn't see that this time. We didn't see that this time. And as well at the same time, if this market starts reversing, if this market starts going to new lows, if this market starts doing this, and then we get this, all these accounts that called for bull market, they're going to claim that they told you to take profits. And that is what bothers me. What bothers me is that there are so many people in the community that are focused more on crypto Twitter, they're focused more on Telegrams and more on YouTube channels than they are studying what the actual presenter is giving you. That is what bothers me. I could have come and started this stream and just pretended everything was Gucci and pretended that there is nothing to talk about and said, yeah, you know what, this is the range high. Like, I'm waiting for a touch into the range high. Maybe we do something like this, you know. I could have done that. Or I could have said, yeah, you know, if we deviate the range quarter and then come down, you know, that's what I'm thinking. That's that's how is that going to help you guys? Maybe I give you one trade, fine. And maybe the trade works out, fine. All right, great. But how does that actually help you going into the next bull market? What is this channel about? What is this channel about? What did we set out to do as a community? So look, some of you might disagree with me. Some of you might say, NJ, I don't agree with what you're saying. I don't think this and I don't think that. That's fine. Keep your opinion. But if you're going to throw your opinion at me, and if you're going to tell me I'm doing this and I'm doing that. I'm getting really fed up of people telling me that. If you're going to do that, then don't be annoyed. Don't be upset when I throw it back at you. That's all I'm saying. If you want to be an adult and you want to chat to me and say, NJ, you know what? I think this and I think that. All right, cool. I'm just responding and you're getting upset. You know? Now, in terms of Bitcoin, let's dive in a little bit deeper. Now that we've got our range levels, all right, let's look into the H4. Let's see what Bitcoin is doing. Now, for me personally, we've got this area right here. Okay? This area right here. Now notice how we had resistance, 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 and then we had the big push up. We got back below, resistance, deviation, resistance, resistance. Now we're getting that push up. Okay? Now, given what I've said about the lack of pullbacks, you can, to me, it personally looks like it's starting to turn, but that's okay. I'm going to give you a bullish scenario as well. I'm going to give you a long scenario too. All right. Given that we're starting to turn here and we've seen multiple deviations of this level before, I want to point something out as well. Each time we had a deviation above this level here. Now, this level is not exactly accurate. I've got it marked out as 28,348, but you should mark it out as the quarterly open. Just consider it as the quarterly open. Each time we've had that deviation above the quarterly open, we've had the high, then we've had a lower high, then we had a lower high, then we had no high, and now we are looking to make a potentially lower high. Okay? Consistent lower highs. Now, there is liquidity resting above this area here. There is good liquidity resting above this area here. Question is, does Bitcoin have the strength to take it? Now, given that we've had absolutely no pullbacks whatsoever, where would I anticipate a pullback to be? If I was going to look for a pullback to long this, I'm short already, by the way. I've just not said it because everybody's getting on to me. I'm already short. I'm in a short right now. I'll share it later on, but I'm in a short right now. My stop loss is at 29,500, but above 29,300, I'll start to scale out. I lose 1R if I get stopped out at 29,500. But if I'm right, I make money too, and then that money I can use to do whatever I want. All right, so that's just me. Now, if we was to go for a long scenario, this area of consolidation here is an area where I'd be looking at. All right, 26.2 to 26.4K. If we was to do something like this, and then we was to continue something like this, all right, then I'd be much more confident for the longs. And yeah, 32K does look very plausible. There's always been possibilities to 32K. My argument is not about us going to 32K. My argument is about us going to 40K, 45K, 50K, 60K. My friends, where does the money come from? Everybody's got an opinion, man. For fuck's sake, pardon my language. Everybody's got an opinion, but I'm not allowed to have an opinion. When I make an opinion, I've got my friends messaging me on Telegram with big paragraphs saying, oh, NJ, you shouldn't say this, you shouldn't say that. That just happened right now. Yesterday, I made an opinion. All I did was make an opinion. Somebody goes, I'll pray for you, bruv. I hope you see the light soon. Like, fuck off. Piss off. Unfollow. It's calm. I'm still going to make my money. I'm still going to make my P&L. It's calm. I apologize if we've got kids in the room. I apologize if you're watching this on a TV screen. But I've been waiting for this stream since yesterday, and I needed to get this vent out. Even if this stream goes on for 2 hours, I needed to get this out. So thank you everybody for tuning in. I do appreciate that. You know? So that's what I'm seeing for the long scenario. Everybody should have that there. This area here is where I'd be looking to scout for potential longs. At the same time, what do I think? If we don't get that 32K, where do I think that we're going? Look, as I've said from the very, very beginning of the stream, okay? We've got range high, mid-range, and range low. You play it from the low to the mid to the high. Do I think we are entering a bull market from a macro fundamental perspective? Is the US giving me Is the US giving me concrete evidence to suggest that the flow of money is changing? No. Has Bitcoin started taking over the world? No. By the way, we haven't spoken about BlackRock yet, yeah? We haven't spoken about BlackRock yet. We are going to talk about that. We are. Because everybody's getting horny. Hey man, the ETFs are coming, bro. Billions are gonna get pumped into Bitcoin. Let's go, bro. Listen, my bro. Do you know the last time we had an ETF? It was bigger than BlackRock. It was CME. When did we get the CME? When did we get CME ETF approved? I'll tell you exactly where we got the approval. Hold on. Go and look in the history. Go and look in history. Come, challenge me. Challenge me. Prove me wrong. You see this area here? Look at the dates. It was around November, December 2017. That is when we got the CME ETFs. Futures. That's when we got the CME futures. What happened? What happened? Why did it come and retest this consolidation here? Why did it do that? Why did that happen? Was it COVID? Was it where's my friend Brian? There was another guy that was here as well saying the bottom's in. This must have been COVID, innit? It must have been the pre-COVID dump. The 3-year pre-COVID dump before COVID dump before the next generational dump that creates the generational buying opportunities. The low is in. The low is in. Okay? And then look what happened even after that. Look, I was marking out this consolidation. Look what's happened even after that. We got even lower prices. When I say lower prices, my friends, I'm not talking about lower prices because I'm bearish. I love Bitcoin and I love crypto. I know all of you guys love crypto as well. We all love crypto. Crypto is the best thing that has come. This is our generation. For our parents, it was the internet. It was just the launch of the internet. So anybody making some kind of e-commerce business, you could even sell toilet paper and you'd make millions because you're making something on the internet happen. You know, Brian, listen, I love you, bro. Look, listen, everybody tell Brian, you must be new here, man. You must be new. Look, we got love for you. Everybody in the chat loves you. But we have to throw it back. We have to throw it back. You can't come to me and say bottoms in and then you expect me to stay quiet. You know what I mean? We love you. Everybody show some love to Brian in the chat. This is not the last time. Where's Pat? We need Pat to come back. I'm looking for Pat personally. Pat is the person I want to chat to because I know Pat's going to make some wild opinions when it comes to this. We've got some legends, absolute legends in the chat. Every time I see your names, I get familiar with your names. You become part of this community. You become embedded. Just because you have an opinion that's different to mine doesn't mean that it's going to change anything. We're still homies, but just from a professional point of view, from a working point of view, you got to at the same time respect what I'm saying. Don't agree with me, but just respect it. That's all I'm asking for. All right? That's all I'm saying. Now, for the short scenario on Bitcoin, in my opinion, it is panning out as we currently speak. I think that we are making the deviation right now. And I think it's going to take some time. It's not going to happen in a 5-minute candle, but I think that we are getting a deviation like this. I think that it's going to be a lower high, personally speaking. I could be wrong. I'm happy to be wrong. I think we're going to come back down. We're going to come back to these areas here. I will take a majority of profit at 26.2 if it comes. I'm going to shave some off at 27.2 if it comes. I'm not going to hold it all the way down to where I think we're going to go, which is 16K. I'm going to keep shorting and I'm going to keep trading. I'm going to long, short. I'm going to play the direction. But if the market is telling me from a higher time frame perspective, NJ, we are at resistance. NJ, we are at a key consolidation here. NJ, everybody that you love and respect is getting horny into resistance. What I'm going to do is I'm not just going to take one short where I short here and I'm like, yeah, 16K, come, let's go, 16K, let's go. I'm not going to do that, you fools. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play it level to level, but my bias will be shorting. How can I come and tell you long? Like, imagine how much you'd hate me if I told you long. Imagine telling you long right now. Long into this consolidation here. Long into this. Long into that. Long into supply. Just long. It's fine. It will be all right. Long. We've had $30 billion worth of liquidations. Just long. It will be okay. We're in a bull market. This is the new paradigm. It's different now. Bro, I would lose all my subscribers. I would lose everybody. Everybody would bust out. You get what I'm saying? It's mad. It's actually mad, the psychology and sentiment. More time, do you know what confuses me? Is these guys that are making 10R, they don't show you their size. These guys consistently calling for 30k and 35k and 40k. They don't show you their size. They don't show you any P&L ever. And if you ever at them, if you ever say, bro, can you just show me something to show me that you're trading with me? I don't want to feel alone in the trade. I've taken this trade based on my own confluence, but at the same time, I would like to see that you're also in this trade so that I know why we took it, etc., etc., etc. And these guys go quiet. These guys go quiet. Some of these guys that I'm talking about today, I won't name them because on a personal level, I love them. I respect them. But they were also saying the exact same things when we were at 32k, 33k. They were saying the same things. We pulled back all the way to 24k and they went quiet. They went absolutely dormant. Twitter was silent. Everybody was apparently enjoying the sun. I dare you to go back and look. Go back and look. Everybody was posting pictures of touching grass. Remember, don't lie. Remember, go back in time. It was only like a few days ago. Everybody was like, yeah, you know what? Like, obviously, crypto trading is all good, but like, I'm just spending time with my family at the moment, touching grass and enjoying myself because, you know, it's not all about trading, guys. And then as soon as we start rallying off 24k, everyone's like, you see, the bull market is black. BlackRock ETF. Oh my God. Bull market. Bull market. Bro, suck your mum, man. Oh my gosh. This space, just as I thought we were growing up and just as I thought we were evolving and just as I thought there was genuinely a new paradigm in the sentiment of crypto Twitter, they all went, accounts that have 100k, 200k followers, you have a responsibility, man. You've got a responsibility. My account is not 100k. I've got 60k on my account. And I know that I've got a responsibility. I know that it comes with a due diligence, a duty to treat my fellow man with respect. To be careful when shilling information. To do due diligence when I'm sharing information with people. But these other mans, they're getting horny, bruv. If it goes to 32k, yeah, we were right, bull market. If from 32k, if it goes back to 16k, you know what? Like it was a bull market, but it was like I just meant from a short time it was a boom. I didn't mean like new all-time highs, bro. I just meant like we were bullish for that week. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I knew that we could go lower. I knew that we could potentially go lower. I'm not saying that we could. If I move, man. This is why crypto Twitter boxing is going to become a big thing in the next cycle. Last time, we had influencers all fighting each other. I'm telling you, that's going to be big in the next cycle. That's going to be mad in the next cycle because there's just too many see you next Tuesdays in the space. There's just too many of them. And who I feel sorry for is myself. I feel sorry for myself in 2016. I feel sorry for myself in 2017. I feel sorry for everybody here in the chat. I don't get horny over these little moves. I don't get excited over these little moves. I'm waiting. I'm being patient. Go and look at your favorite traders. Go and look at what they did. Were they longing and shorting all of this? Or were they being patient and positioning their capital for all of this? Go and have a look. Just go and have a look. Honestly, I see a lot of comments coming in saying respect, respect. I'm very, very grateful for everybody saying that and for everybody listening to the rant. At the same time, I've got to be real. You guys are my homies. I'm not here to just earn your respect by saying the right things. I'm not here trying to say the right things. All I'm trying to say to you guys is just take your time, slow down. And this is what XO used to tell me in 2019, 20. I never used to understand what big bro meant. And I'm now teaching Crypto Mac the same thing. Every single day, I'm telling my man, slow down, take it easy, relax. Take it. I know you understand everything, but relax. Although you understand everything, you don't use everything in one go. You use bits and bobs. You use bits and bobs when the context is clear. And it's very difficult because as a trader, whilst you're going through that 7-year journey, you go through a period of mad emotions, mega emotions. All right. And I've been there. I'm still there. In 3-4 years time, I'm going to look back and I'm going to say to myself, I was a stupid trader back then, you know, I didn't even trade good back then. Maybe in a couple of years' time, I can trade this entire range that we're seeing right here from the bottom to the top and make money on every single major move. But I'm not there yet. And you're not there yet. And they're not there yet. They're clearly not there yet. They've got 300K followers. Some's got 150K followers, and they're moving like they're the Fed chairman. Okay, look, listen, we've got to move on a little bit now. Don't forget, we have the Fed chairman Powell testimony at 3 p.m. BST. Might have an impact. Yes, let's move on. Let's move on. I will talk about the short scenario in a minute, and I will talk about Ethereum in a minute. Krish, you've not missed the stream. You've missed a podcast. I've been ranting. Okay, I will go through the long and the short setups again in a moment. Please smash a like on the video. We are 28 likes away from 100. That's fantastic. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel already. I'm not angry every single day. We do have fun most days, but today was just a bit of a wind up. All right. So please do that. Please do that. Greg says God candle to 130K on BTC USDT on Binance US earlier today. It's over for us bears. Look, if you want to believe that, believe that. Binance US has absolutely no liquidity, and they've been moving thousands of Bitcoin off their exchanges into cold wallets. That is the most recent news for Binance US. So when you've got absolutely no liquidity and somebody comes in with a $20,000, $30,000 long, that's what's going to happen. Okay, go on Uniswap. Go on an illiquid coin that has 20K liquidity and go and put 5K in. See what happens to price. See what happens. You're not going to get that 5K back, but go and see what happens. So look, over to Forex Factory. We have got CPI for GBP today. That's already been done. It's come in at 8.7%, which is higher than the forecast at 8.4%. It's kind of weird, isn't it, how we didn't go live for a CPI watch along for GBP today. Kind of feels like the market did nothing. Weird, huh? All right. We at 3 p.m. we have got Fed Chairman Powell testifying. That is in just under an hour for me and for you. It's 3 p.m. for me. I don't know what time it's going to be for you. Oh, hey, Frederico, good to see you. I didn't do a shout out today. I need to shout out some people today, man. I haven't had a chance yet. So look, I think that it's going to have something to do with markets today. I think there is going to be a bit of a move, albeit we have had the move. We have had quite a bit of a move. Now, look, for those of you who are tuning in a little bit late, this is what I've said in regards to the long setup. Now, I don't think that we should come back to the mid-range. I don't think we should if we are going to go higher. But I do think that we should come back to this area right here. Okay. I will be monitoring price around these areas for the long. Okay. I can't tell you guys to go long now. I can't. You know I can't tell you to go long right now. You know I can't. You know I can't. Yeah? You know I can't do that. So long scenario for me would be something like this. Pulls back into here, and then something like this, and then there you go. You've got one entry there, and you've got one entry there. At the same time, you've got a TP there, and you've got a TP there. There is your long setup. Rewind the video or replay the recording, or if you are watching this recorded, then smash a like on the video, man. You weren't here for the live stream, smash a like, and just pause it and try and understand what I'm saying here. Okay, now for the short scenario, what I'm expecting to see for the short scenario is I'm expecting for market structure to remain intact. Now, I know that this is a liquidity run. I know that we are looking for liquidity. All right. Liquidity is resting above here. Liquidity was resting above here. So there's two areas here. Number one was this swing high right here. Bear with me. Bear with me. Where's my highlighter gone? There it is. First was this swing high here. Big liquidity that was resting there. You can see we had a nice juicy sell-off. Now prices come back and we've taken out all the stops that are resting above this high right here. The next set will be right here. Okay. The up move that led to the market moving down. That will be there. I'm not expecting this high to get taken out. This high comes in at 29,872. Now, I know my stop loss is not there, but I'm not expecting price to come there. If price does take out liquidity here, unless it rejects straight away, we're going to 32K, and it's going to be quick. Another thing to remember is, guys, when moves are aggressive like this, they will at some point come back and get wiped out just as quick. If price wants to come up here and it just does this for a very long time, just does this, you can bet your horses that it's going to do this in one go. Okay, we've all seen it before. When Bitcoin went from 6K to 3K, it happened like that. When Bitcoin went from 20K all the way up to 30K, it happened like that, didn't it? So it can happen very, very quickly. So for the short scenario, what I'm looking for now is, I think what we're doing is we're setting in the high. This should be where your stop loss is, not right at this moment. Give it some time. Maybe we go down to the H4, maybe we go down to the H1. Okay, so what I'm seeing here on the H1, let me just remove this, is when price starts moving like this, if we squeeze in a little bit, maybe. When price starts squeezing like this, it's at a very indecisive point. It could give you the big monstrous candle. It could give you the big down candle. So that's why I've taken my short already. Okay. Ideally, what I'd be looking for is for something like this. Your entry would be somewhere around here. Your stop loss would be here. You'd move your stop loss to here as we go lower. Okay. Target one would be 26.4, 26.2, maybe even at 26.6. If you start getting shook, just remove it. Then I'm expecting a quick flush into 25.2 and to take out this low here to make a lower low. If we go back into the 4 hour just to see what I've drawn out, this is what I've drawn out. All I'm asking for is a continuation of market structure and a continuation of the trend that we have proven that we are in over the course of the last couple of weeks. Now, at the same time, one final thing that I'm going to touch on before we start moving on to other charts and other pieces of news, I'd like to point something out to you guys. Do you guys know what the word deviation means? Or have you ever heard of the word deviation? I want to see a lot of yeses and nos in the chat. Do you guys know what the word deviation means? Or at least have you ever heard of the word? I'm going to give you guys a second and I want to see a couple of yeses in the chat or a couple of nos in the chat. When you have a range level, when you have a range marked out, you always look for deviations, don't you? That sort of helps you in your trading quest because you're in the range. You've got this range right here, range high right here. You've got the range high right here. You've got the range here. We've got one yes already in the chat. Can we get a couple more yeses and nos in the chat? I'd like to see if we can get a couple more yeses and nos. I'm seeing more yeses in the chat. Okay. Do you know what a deviation is? Market Reaper says deviation or manipulation, 1 hour and they're all going to play the price. The SC line, yes, correct. Inner says yes. Ken says the one that starts with the D, yes, mention it. David says the action of departing from an established course or accepted standard, correct. SC's first word when he was a baby was deviation. Deviation, bruv. Yes, it's a deviation. Okay, right. So if we're going to use this area, let me go back on a daily because it's cleaner. Oopsie daisy. Now, if we're going to use this area here as our range high or range low, and we're going to use this area here as a range low, okay? As it currently stands, we are trading above this upper pink line, okay? And therefore, there are more reasons for us to go to 32K as opposed to lower. Now, if, for example, price was to start trending below 25K and we started doing something like this, this deviation is not your 15-minute deviation, my friend. This deviation is not your hourly deviation. This deviation isn't your 4-hourly deviation. This deviation is a deviation that started building from the 17th of March all the way till the moment that it breaks below it. It will be a monthly time frame deviation. Monthly time frame. What do you think happens if this gets confirmed as a deviation? Do we just go back here to the range mid-range after months of consolidating above here? Or is it more likely that we go to the range low? I'd love to hear what everybody else has to say on that. I really would love to hear what you all have to say. Because you all know about deviations. What type of deviation is that? Because we didn't even have that here, by the way. We got this deviation in November. And by December, we were already rallying. January, we were rallying. Less than a month, maybe a month itself. Oh, sorry, a month and a half. A month and a half here. And that's the move that we got. So look, just to show you, month and a half. This is, and look at the small deviations, by the way. These are tiny deviations. Ken says it here. Consolidation leads to expansion. Ken is a good guy. Ken is a good guy. Always dropping very good comments in the chat. I respect you, Ken. I appreciate you. Federico has clocked what I'm saying. Brutal. He's clocked what I'm saying. Federico's a good trader. Watch out for him. Follow him on Twitter. He is not there yet, but he will be the class of 2025. He will be that guy in 2025. So watch out for him. We've got TweetDeck will be dead if that happens. We've got here saying 16K to 12K. We've got here it should go to range lows or two of the pink lines. Nuno says range low. But you see, okay, look, this is a good question. Why are we worrying about a deviation that might happen if we close below 24.4K when we are at 29K? Because we are at resistance, Stefan. Because apparently, Stefan, everybody long 24K, Stefan. Because we are now approaching the range high, Stefan. Because we are approaching macro supply zones, Stefan. Because we are closer to the range high than we are to the mid-range, Stefan, because nothing has changed on a macro perspective, Stefan, because nothing has changed. Except one thing, the BlackRock ETF. Now, let's move over to ETH USD, and then we'll move over to BlackRock. You guys have the long setups and you have the short setups. You guys know what to do. Now, with ETH, I was going to clean up my chart for ETH, and then I chose not to. Because the last plan that I had for Ethereum was, I said, look, we've got the 3 touch points here. I said that if we had 1810 or 1820 all the way up to 1850-ish, that I would be looking for a short. And what has happened? We are there now. We are in that area now. This is where I want to short. This is where my plans were to short. Okay? The chart is very, very self-explanatory. We've got a high here. We've got a lower high here. We've got a lower high here. And all I'm asking for is a lower high here. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. At some stage, I'm expecting us to break below this trend line. Okay? Now, if we were in a situation where Jerome Powell was saying we're going to start releasing money back into the system, if Jerome Powell said we're going to start giving out stimulus, we're going to start turning the money printer back on, we're going to start doing massive rate cuts, and everybody's going to be able to get loans, and everybody's going to be able to buy new cars on finance, and you can go to your local tech store and buy a TV system, a brand new state-of-the-art OLED TV system, a brand new Sonos audio system, maybe a couple of PS5s, maybe 5 or 6 games for your and you can finance all of it with very low interest. I would say, do you know what? I'm starting to see signs that we're going into a bull market. I'm starting to see signs that we are going into a risk-on environment because people are taking loans, people are taking risk, people are buying risky assets, people are buying things that have a tendency to devalue as time goes on. People are buying it. I would say, yeah, you know what, guys, I'm wrong. When I see the Fed tightening monetary policies even further, when I see demand for the dollar going even higher, when I see that we're not as close to the Bitcoin halving as people think that we are, when I see that we are in macro accumulation, when I see that we have no fresh money coming into the market, and that is the biggest one, that last point is the biggest one, it tells me that every spike that we get is a fantastic opportunity to short. Therefore, I've not been playing the longs. Therefore, I've not been enticed to long this market. I've not been excited or hungry to long this market. Okay? Therefore, I'm looking for shorts. Have I shown you anything here from a market structure perspective that I'm forcing? Have I tried to have I tried to force my bias on you? Or have I given you clear, concise explanations as to why I think we are where we are? Everybody else has said, how can you not? Listen, let me see if I can find this comment, yeah? Let me see if I can find this comment, because we're going to talk about BlackRock in a sec. Hold on. Listen to this comment, yeah? Now, I just want to let you guys know that this is my friend, so don't think that I'm saying anything negative towards him. I've lost a bit of respect for him because of the way that he spoke to me, but he is still my friend, okay? So I said, everyone wants a fully blown bull market. I get it. I genuinely do. What do you think I'm waiting for? Nothing. I'm waiting for the exact same thing. This is not that market. This is not that market. The market that we're talking about, that market where altcoins are doing 1000x, where Bitcoin keeps going up, where we can long right into resistance and it just pushes up higher, where all our friends are making money, where everybody's making money, where people are coming in 6 months after you've been making money and they're still making money. That is what a bull market is. It's not just when you have a green candle. You're not a trader if you think like that. Maybe you trade, but you're not a trader. You're not going to make it in the professional world talking like that. I said, it's not that market yet. Not yet. So just stop moaning because you're not liking what you're hearing. Adapt or leave. The market will humble everybody. And I'm in that equation. Someone responds, how is this not a bull market when the biggest institutions in the world are all embracing it? When the halving is next year, when next year is an election year, when Western governments have to pay the COVID interest payments with money they don't have. All right, let's talk. So number one, you said the Bitcoin halving is next year. So why the fuck are you talking to me about it in June, my bro? Why are you chatting to me about that in June? We're in 2023 June. I might not even be alive in July. So why are you talking to me about next year, April? We're going to cover Bitcoin dominance as well, but we are going to talk about Bitcoin dominance in just a second too. Next thing he says, when next year is the election year. My bro, next year is the election year and it's towards the end of the year. So why are you talking to me about it in 2023 June? And you've been calling for bull market since January, a year and a half in advance. Why? Since when does markets operate like that? This brother has 140k followers on Twitter or something like that. That's mad. That's wild. Never a P&L, never a chart where he shows the trade, never putting his balls on the line. Every time price pulls back, he says, nah, still bull market, still bull market. I've never called him out once. And you have the audacity to come and call me out. Come on the stream, bro. If you're watching this, come on the stream. Send me a DM on Twitter. So I'd like to come on your stream. I'd like to talk to X, Y, and Z. We'll have a debate for the community. All right? He goes to me. I go, I'm not going to lie, bro. I respect you, but your opinion just solely belongs to you. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Don't let it beat you up. I have my opinions and I respect yours. So at the bare minimum, I expect you to respect mine. That's what I said to him. I believe we see lower prices before we go higher. I am bullish on Bitcoin. I'm bullish on crypto. I think we are going to see all-time highs and beyond. Not now, though. Not right now. My man goes to me, this is not disrespect. This is about goodwill. I hope you will see the light in time, bruv. I go, telling someone that you hope that they will see the light means you've already made your mind up. It's not goodwill. It's called projecting. And to be honest, bro, I don't even care. I'm happy if you win. I genuinely am. Do you and I'll do me. None of this was or is directed at you. And that's what I don't understand. I'm happy for everybody if they win. Why are you lot happy when I lose? Where did that come from? Since when have we become this type of community? I don't understand. And on top of that, I'm not just guessing stuff. I'm not just forcing stuff out there. I'm telling you guys this, guys, this, guys, this, guys, this, guys, this. Can somebody please explain to me why we're in a bull market? I just want an explanation. I want someone to come and slap me in the face and say, NJ, sit down, little bro. I'm going to tell you why we are in a bull market and I'm going to make it make sense. I'm going to show you the flow of money. That's going to make sense. I'm going to teach you why we are in that bull market. Nobody wants to do that for me. But when I have to explain, I have to give 10 points. Come on, man. Come on. You know, let's move over to Bitcoin dominance. In fact, you know what? Let's talk about altcoins. How's altcoins looking? These big red candles. How's altcoins looking? Look at this big trend line. How's altcoins looking? Have I changed this chart from the last stream? Our last stream was last week, before BlackRock announced that they were filing for it. Have I changed this chart? Phil, you're one of my mods. Phil is one of my favorite people ever in crypto. Loyalty, responsibility, respectful, dutiful. He's a good brother. Have I changed my chart, Phil, in the last week? Have I changed it, or am I lying, or am I trying to hide something here? Or is this the same chart? I don't remember changing it or lying, or do you know what? I don't remember doing that. Same chart. It looks like absolute crap. It looks like absolute crap. It looks like we're gonna go lower. At minimum this low here. Minimum this low here. You think all of this inefficiency won't get filled? You think all of that inefficiency won't get filled? Listen, if you know about markets, you know about markets. If you're a student of SC, you're a student of SC. If you're a student of XO, you're a student of XO. Okay? I can quickly tell you if you're a student of SC or a student of XO. I can quickly tell you. If you're a student of somebody else, then that's you, my bro, my sister. That's you. You got to park it over there, because this community, we don't follow that. We don't follow that. Okay? ETH BTC looks like absolute dog beep. Let's go over to Bitcoin dominance. Now, when it comes to Bitcoin dominance, I want to tell you guys something. Last week, I'm going to stick my hands up here. Last week, I gave you guys a few scenarios for Bitcoin dominance. And I said to everybody, if we are going to follow what I think is going to happen in the plan, what I think is going to happen is this. Please pay attention, okay, to what I'm saying now, because you're going to need to be you're going to need to keep up with me on this one. It's not complicated, but I need you to keep up, because this is something that I would like you all to rewind and listen to 2-3 times. Mac, I'm especially talking about you, okay? I want to see you come and explain this to me later on. Now, Bitcoin dominance is the dominance of Bitcoin across the entire market. So you've got the entirety of crypto. This 100% bar that I've got here is crypto, the whole of crypto, every coin and token you can think. And then within that 100%, Bitcoin is currently at 51% dominance. Therefore, within the whole of the crypto space, you've got 51% being Bitcoin alone, and you've got the rest being the crypto market. Okay? That's one. There are multiple times within a cycle where you would use Bitcoin dominance as a tool to help you trade. That's 2. Number 3 is there are different aspects to the Bitcoin dominance chart. So for example, if Bitcoin dominance is going up, you would expect ETH BTC to be going down. Okay? Because you've got Bitcoin, and the second highest market capitalization token is Ethereum. If Bitcoin's dominance is increasing, it would likely mean that Ethereum's dominance is decreasing, and that's how you sort of start building the balance between Bitcoin and ETH. All right? Hope that's making sense. Now, there are a few scenarios where we plan for the next big alt season, because that's what I'm dreaming of. My target, my ambition is to grow in it for the tech to 100,000 subscribers, 1 million subscribers. And during the next alt season, instead of me being in Dubai and having fun and stuff like that, I want to be here at my desk with everybody, and we're all partying. We're talking about altcoins. We're talking about fundamentals. We're talking about trades. That's my dream. That's like the vision that I've got. I don't know if we're going to be able to do it, but we're trying our best to do it. Now, what I said last week was, this is what I think is going to happen. I said, I think that we are at the range high. We have been in this range now since the 10th of May, 2021. I thought we were going to get something like this as we get closer to the halving, and then we do something like that, and then this. Okay? And my thought process was as follows. I said Bitcoin dominance decreases and altcoins start just going lower. They don't make new lows, but they just go lower. Okay? Bitcoin goes lower as well at the same time, and dominance decreases. And then we get a big, massive Bitcoin Ethereum rally, not altcoins. And then when this big drop here happens, we get the big altcoin run where everybody's partying, everybody's excited, everybody's like, when are we going to do live streams in real life? Everybody's like, yo, NJ, we need to book a hall and do a stream in person, etc., etc., etc. All right. And maybe in the future we will. If we get to 250,000 subscribers, I will ask you guys, do you guys want to do a live stream in real life? Pick the country, pick the venue, pick the time and the place. I'd love to have all of you. I'll shake everybody's hand. It's something in the future, all right? Back to Bitcoin dominance. That is not what Bitcoin dominance is doing. Bitcoin dominance has decided to go down the second route, and I'm not liking this. This is bad. And I'll tell you why this is bad. This is the route that I didn't think it would go down, and it's doing it. This is very, very bad. Bitcoin dominance, there is a scenario where Bitcoin dominance continues to go soaring higher. Now, at the moment, Bitcoin is going higher. But if Bitcoin is to start dumping and Bitcoin dominance keeps going up, if Bitcoin dominance is going up, ETH BTC is going to go lower, which means every altcoin that sits below the Ethereum ecosystem will start nuking. And that means every layer 2 ecosystem, all their altcoins will start nuking. All layer 1s, every token that's built on Solana will start nuking. Everything will start nuking. Because not only is Bitcoin dumping, but Bitcoin dominance is continuing to rise at the same time, which means that we're going to get a market that has a very low price for Bitcoin. Altcoins are an absolute flatline bottom, prices that we never saw coming. And that's when we start getting the rate cuts. That's when we start getting the Bitcoin halving narrative. That's when we start getting the generational buying opportunities. That is what I'm waiting for anyway. By Bitcoin dominance doing what it's doing now, all it's telling me is that we are going to have a bigger bull market in the next bull market than we did in the last one. I bet you didn't expect me to say that, did you? All these mans that were telling me, NJ, you're bearish. NJ, who's coming on camera and saying, I bet the next bull market's going to be bigger than the last one? Who's doing that? No one. NJ's doing that. I think the next bull market, there's going to be 10 Flokis, and there's going to be 10 Solanas, and there's going to be 10 Polkadots. There's going to be 10 BNBs. There's going to be new exchanges fighting each other, and there's going to be so much liquidity in the market. I think there will be. I didn't expect Bitcoin dominance to do this. I really didn't. I thought that it was the last time that we'd see highs here. 70%, 60%. I still don't believe it. Even now I'm seeing it in person, I still don't really believe it. But all that says to me, and I was having this conversation with Mac yesterday, is that if the higher this goes, and the more we prepare for those lows that I think is coming, the buying opportunities will be insane. It will be insane. So for example, let's take Solana as an example. All right. If you buy Solana at $5 and it goes to $20, you are part of that movement. You are part of that atmosphere. You are part of the clout. You belong in that category because you put your balls on the line and you bought Solana at $5 and it rallied to $20. But what if you bought Solana at $1 or $2? Then when it goes to 20, you're 10x up. That's what I'm talking about. When it comes to crypto, it's not about buying the bottom and leveraging the bottom. And it's not about buying the top. It's about getting in at those buying opportunities. But in order to get those buying opportunities, you have to have some understanding of the market. You have to have some serious understanding of the market. You have to understand from the top down that the dollar is the king and Bitcoin is a small part of that big picture. So if you're talking about altcoins, which is a small part of what Bitcoin is, then come on, do you know what I mean? Think about it. Your money's coming from altcoins. So you need to understand from the top down, the dollar, where does Bitcoin fit in all of that? And then where does Ethereum fit in all of that? And how do altcoins start rallying? How do they start going up? When is the best time to buy altcoins? When is the best time to sell altcoins? All of these points I gave you will give you the answer. Okay, so that's Bitcoin, that's Ethereum, That's Bitcoin dominance done. To summarize, if we are going to go higher on Bitcoin dominance, then a dream scenario is about to unfold. A dream scenario is about to unfold. I'm shocked. I still don't believe it yet. I've got money waiting for it, so I'm there. I'll be there. I'll be streaming as well. Like, you guys haven't seen this yet, but there will be a time when we dip, whenever the next dip comes, and I'm going to say I'm buying. You haven't seen that yet. I've been telling you for a year now that NJ will return. The rapper NJ will return. The bull market NJ will return. I've said it over and over again for a year and a half maybe. I've been saying it. I'll tell you when he will return. Don't tell me when to bring him back. I'll tell you when he will return. By the way, this pink line here, this red line is the halving. The halving for Bitcoin. People are talking about the halving in 2022 and 2023 when the halving's in 2024, near mid 2024. I don't even know. I don't really understand where the mentality comes from there, but all good, all good, all good, all good. All right. So is everybody content now with Bitcoin, Ethereum, and BTCD? I'm going to move on to the news now. Please smash a like on the video if you haven't already. Please subscribe to the channel, bottom right-hand corner. It takes a second to do. It's for free. And if you could click on the Telegram link in the description below, it's the first link. It's absolutely free. Me and Murtaza smash it. A massive, massive, massive shout out to Murtaza on In It for the Tech. I bent over the longs, the shorts, sorry, I smashed the shorts. I got 5 or 6 in a row, and I think on the 7th one I got stopped out. Murtaza took over and he smashed the longs. So there's 110 people here. Everybody take a second, click on that link in the description below. The first link is the Telegram channel. Go and see for yourself what Murtaza did. Everybody caught the bottom with him. Everybody caught the bottom with him. So please go and check that. It's a Telegram channel that we're building, we're growing. It's a community that we're loving. The community is getting so good there. It's becoming real vibes, and it's part of In It's for the Tech's brand. So great to see everybody there. All right. If you're not tuned into that, please go and click the link and tune into that. It's time to move on now. I hope everybody is doing good. I'm not seeing any comments coming in that's changing anything, so we will move on. It's time to talk about BlackRock. What everybody's been waiting for. Are we in a bull market? So, WisdomTree files to start US spot Bitcoin ETF on the heels of BlackRock's application. Now, number one, BlackRock has applied for an ETF. Okay? What is an ETF, guys? What's an ETF? Hey, you know what, NJ, bro? That's bullish, man. Oh, really? What's an ETF, my bro? What? Bro, man, stop asking me them long questions, man. I'm just saying what I'm seeing in it. Like, bro, ETF, bro, let's go. Yeah, but what does it do? Like, why is it going to be so important for Bitcoin? Why is it going to be so prevalent for Bitcoin? Well, with an ETF, you're not attracting people like myself and yourself. Myself and yourself, we use accounts that have $500, $1,000, $10,000, $50,000, $100,000, even $1 million. But when it comes to ETF accounts, the minimum buy that you can do, the minimum buy is like 25 BTC or something along those lines. It might be a little bit lower, but you have to have huge size to trade on this market. Like, you won't, like, I think you have to even apply to be able to trade on that exchange itself. So it's very, very bullish for Bitcoin. Now, it's bullish for Bitcoin, but is it bullish for Bitcoin right now? Has this application for BlackRock been approved? Has the exchange launched? Has the money started flowing in? Has fresh money flowed in? If institutions are getting into Bitcoin, why are they getting into Bitcoin now in 2023, 2024, when they were trying to apply for ETFs in 2020? In 2017, in 2016, we were applying for ETFs. Superman has videos from 2016 where he's talking about ETFs. So why is Bitcoin not at $1 million now? Because this brother on Twitter told me yesterday, what's this? NJ, how can you not expect BTC dominance higher and believing the market goes down? I think the market goes lower because of lack of liquidity. All liquidity flows into BTC, hence dominance goes higher. Wilson, Bravo, Wilson. Bravo. You don't need to be here. You don't need to learn. You already know your shit. I agree with you. I agree. I don't think that fresh money's coming in. And I was about to touch on that. Thank you very much, Wilson. I'm joking. I love you, bro. I love you. That was a fantastic comment that you made there, Wilson. So, you know, this exchange isn't active yet. This exchange isn't live yet. And this money that's coming in from institutions, I'm sorry, but we've seen many institutions come into crypto before. We saw Elon Musk buy Bitcoin in 2021. Who do you think is bigger, Elon Musk or BlackRock? For you to come to me and say, NJ, you waste, man. How can you not think of bullish? How can you not think we're in a bull market, man? Come on, man. Look how well BlackRock is doing. All right, my bro. How come Elon didn't save us? Look at this. Look at this area here. Look at this area here. Look at this area here. What happened to Elon Musk? What happened to CME? What happened to Apple apparently coming into Bitcoin and Amazon creating a payment plan for crypto? What happened to all of that in 2021? Why are we taking the things that we know, the things that have already happened, the things that are concrete, the data that is there for us, that is telling us we are in a risk off environment, and shifting that complete narrative over to BlackRock because apparently they're going to take us into a new paradigm of crypto? Please, can somebody explain to me why? And look what Krish says. Fantastic comment from Krish. I think the Tesla news was a 40% pump in real life, if I can remember correctly. Why was it a 40% pump? Because we had money coming into the market, my friends. Because we had liquidity, fresh liquidity coming into the market. And this is why I got pissed off with my friend earlier. I don't know if she's still in the stream. She's probably wandered off because she got offended. But she dropped me a message at the beginning of the stream saying, I don't want to say it during the stream, but you're making it sound like as if there's no other scenario as other than the scenario you're explaining. Maybe just stick to your opinion and share your thoughts, but everybody's entitled to their opinions. I got pissed off at her because I'm providing evidence. I'm providing evidence. I'm talking to everybody like adults. But you're just telling me bullshit. Like, you're not coming at me with any realistic. One more like for 100 likes. Yeah, please smash a like on the video if you can. If you don't mind, smash a like on the video. That would really help. You know, and look what another fantastic comment from Gaza. BlackRock aren't going to save us. They're out to make as much money as possible and don't care about anything or anybody else. Correct. Why do you think that BlackRock wants to send Bitcoin to $1 million? If BlackRock sends Bitcoin to all-time high, who's selling? So BlackRock is going to buy Bitcoin, take it to all-time highs, and then you're going to sell it and they're going to lose. Do you think that's how the world works? Honestly, I am pissed off. I apologize for today's episode. I'm getting calmer as the stream goes on, but I am completely wound up. Who's selling then? I just don't understand. I've given you an hour and a half of conversation of debatable subjects before I moved on to BlackRock. So now we're moving over to BlackRock. So who's going to tell me then? Who's going to tell me how these guys are going to send us to new all-time highs? Institutions are stepping in. Institutions want to buy Bitcoin. Do you think that they want to buy Bitcoin into resistance? Or do you think that this news is tricking you into buying resistance? They short it, they make money on the way back down, and as we get to range lows, when everybody's wrecked and nobody's in crypto anymore, then they buy Bitcoin and sell it at the next all-time highs. What do you think the more realistic scenario is? Just my two takes on it. And this is not even BlackRock. This is WisdomTree. Okay? Now, when it comes to WisdomTree, they're another institution. Multiple institutions will try and apply for an ETF for Bitcoin. Why? Because they see the same cycle that we're talking about. They can see the cycle. They can see the pattern. They know that the Bitcoin halving. Do you think that because I'm here talking about the Bitcoin halving to you guys, that they don't have analysts that work for them 24/7 who are way better than me, way better than you, telling them the same thing? Do you think they don't have that? Or do you think they're stupid and you're the smart one? They're stupid. They don't know about halvings and they don't know about this and they don't know about that. We're the ones that know all of this secret information. There is a big difference between retail, the gray area that people like me and you sit in, and then the institutions, and then the fresh retail money that comes in later. Retail is not here right now. If retail was here right now, you'd know. Everybody would be up right now. Everybody would be up. I don't get it. I just don't get it. BlackRock spot Bitcoin ETF renews optimism, sparks a wave of new filings. So what this is saying here is that BlackRock filed for an ETF. They've applied for it. I'd like to apply to become the CEO of Apple. I'll let you know how my application is going in a couple of months. It hasn't been approved yet. It hasn't been approved. Kylian Mbappe is linked with Man United. Should I get excited? Should I start longing Man United shares? Or should I wait until he puts the shirt on and then see Wagwan? Come on, guys. Come on. We're traders. We're traders. We are traders. Oh my God, we are traders. Slow down. Talk like an adult. Talk like a mature trader. Don't talk like somebody who has just come into the market this year. And if you have come into the market this year, shut up. Shut up, bro. Shut up. I will never talk over EXO. I'll never talk over SC. I only have things to learn from them. So shut up. If you're getting offended by another person's opinion, you're in the wrong place. You're not cut out for crypto. You're not cut out for trading. You're not cut out for you're there to make money in the bull run, and then you're going to eat shit on the way down because you won't know where to sell. You won't know where to sell because you don't understand markets. You're only here for a big pump. And you're ready to roll the dice when that big pump comes. You're going to lose money every single time until we get that big pump. And when we get that big pump, you'll have a few weeks of happy times and you won't sell because you don't understand markets. And you're going to just eat shit on the way down. Market Reaper says here, chill NJ. I know it's tough to stay calm, but when you see a non-initiated individuals being influenced by pseudo-experts on YouTube who make a mockery of their financial losses, look, I'm not making a mockery. It's not a mockery. At the end of the day, it's nobody puts their hand on your hand and tells you to long or short. You do that. I did that. I bet I've lost more money than you guys have. I've lost over $1 million. Have you guys lost over $1 million? Have you guys ever done that before? I've lost it. Even if you guys wanted to laugh at me, I joke about it too. It's in the past. It happens. Money comes and it goes. But if somebody wants to teach me something, and by putting me in my place, I'm going to take it. That's how I grow. That's how I earn my respect. That's how I earn my badges. By going through that same exact story that everybody in the chat's going through. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So, again, at least 2 investment firms have made new filings for spot Bitcoin exchange traded funds ETF, following investment colossus BlackRock's move to lodge a similar application for its own spot Bitcoin ETF on June 15th. New York-based asset management fund WisdomTree is the most recent investment firm to lodge a new filing for a spot Bitcoin ETF. Now, it's funny, isn't it? Because over the last week, the US have been trashing Binance. Over the last week, Coinbase has been getting sued. Binance has been getting sued. Now, everybody thinks we're back in a bull market because BlackRock has now applied for an ETF. To me, what this looks like, it looks to me as though the US are trying to get control over the Bitcoin and crypto market. That's what it looks like to me. The US want to dominate the next Bitcoin bull run. They've seen it happen in 2017. They've seen it happen in 2021. They've seen it happen. And they want a piece of that. So they want to try and control. And we've said this since 2017. We've said this. I've got a tweet somewhere in 2017 that says one day the US, in order to stop us, the US will just buy every Bitcoin they can and they'll keep it all for themselves and they'll dictate when we're up and we're down. We won't have any impact on it. There'll be regulation so we can't launch altcoins. There'll be regulation so we can't get into private sales and pre-sales and OTC deals. There'll be regulation across the board because they'll own all the Bitcoin. And then when the fresh money comes in, the fresh money will come in and buy whatever they tell you to buy, because they know what that money's, they know what to do with that money. I just think everybody here has gotten really, really, really salty. They think that we're the salty ones for saying we're going to get lower prices, but they're upset because they think that Bitcoin's at 29.1K. Bitcoin is pushing up right now. We're apparently going to make new all-time highs. And if this thing starts coming down, they're going to blame it on us. They're going to say it's not because of BlackRock. It's not because of the US. It's not because of this. It's because we've got people on Twitter that are consistently saying, oh, we're in a bear market. We're in a bear market. That's the reason they're going to have. Anyway, my two takes on it. We've got more crazy news. Let's look at this. The Pentagon accounting error gives an additional $6.2 billion to Ukraine. Can somebody in the chat please explain to me how that happens? Krish says, I'm not a financial expert, but won't an ETF mean Bitcoin stops being this volatile? Sorry if it's a stupid question. No, that's to do with the supply of Bitcoin and the market cap of Bitcoin. Bitcoin will eventually reach a market cap, in my opinion, a high market cap. I can see Bitcoin hitting $1 million one day. When it does, the market cap will be so high that, and it will be such a liquid market that when you're trading Bitcoin, you're not going to be trading for 10%, 5%, 6% moves. You're going to be trading with 100x leverage, 300x leverage, and you're going to be trading it from 29K to 29.1K. That will be the big move for the week. Oh, sorry. 1,100,000 to 1,100,000 and $100. That will be the move for that week, because it will become like the Nasdaq. It will become like the DAX, the Germany 30. It will become like the S&P. It will become like that. But that is, by that point, we should, all of us in this chat should be retired. By that point, we should all be retired. We've hit 100 likes. Thank you, everyone. I really, really appreciate that. Really, really, really good stuff. Now, when it comes to this news, I'm actually just shocked. I don't actually know how to report this news. I don't know what information to give you guys to make sense of this. The Pentagon has revealed that an accounting error has provided an additional 6.2 billion to Ukraine in military aid. I accidentally gave Ukraine $6.2 billion, and it was all their military accounts. Moreover, the US Defense Department headquarters said that it overestimated the value of weapons sent to the country. I've never I'm not sure how to. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. Um yeah, there you go. I'm going to let you guys decide how to handle that information. There is not much to say on it. 6.2 billion, which is money that, imagine that money was in crypto. Imagine that money was in the markets. Imagine that money was in your favorite altcoins, or imagine that market went to people that needed help. Orphans that needed food, or somewhere that was geopolitically affected in terms of famine and poverty. But I've never seen an article where they accidentally sent 6 billion to charity. I've never seen an article where they've accidentally sent 6 billion and they bought Bitcoin. I've never seen an article where they sent money back to somebody that they stole it from. I don't know. I need to be careful with what I'm saying because I want this channel to grow. I need to be careful. But we are now seeing news that they've accidentally sent $6.2 billion worth of weaponry and money to the military of Ukraine. Tell me that you want a world war without telling me that you don't want a world war. Let's have a look at what's happening with Bitcoin here. Bitcoin is pushing. Yep, hold on. Let me have a look at my positions. Just 1 second. Just bear with me. Cool. Yeah. So look, I entered Bitcoin at around 28,800. That's when I took my short position. I don't care. Let it go to 30K if it wants. I'll get stopped out one. I don't care. I'll short it again and I'll keep shorting it until I'm wrong. That's it's not because I'm a bear. It's not because I'm a bear. It's because I think that we're going to see lower prices, and the next time we see lower prices, it will be the generational buying opportunity. So the next piece of news that we've got is from Murtaza himself. A big shout out to him. He smashed the longs over the last couple of days. He says big institutions, BlackRock, Invesco, are filing for ETFs. This just means applications. Yeah, this doesn't mean that they've got it. It just means an application. Big banks, Deutsche Bank, Santander Bank are shilling BTC. You know when CNN shows BTC, does that mark the bottom or does that mark the top? When you see reports on ESPN and Sky News and stuff like that, does that signal bullish or bearish momentum? Every time Jim Cramer has tweeted saying Bitcoin is going to go to new all-time highs, what's happened to the price of Bitcoin? Just an interesting sort of concept I'm throwing out there. Big boys, Citadel launching their own exchange, Fidelity launching their own crypto exchange, Nasdaq launching a crypto custody service. It's crazy how we are at the forefront as crypto adoption takes place. We were in fact early. I totally agree. I totally agree with everything that Murtaza says, but I'm not buying now. Just because all of this is happening, it fuels us for the next bull market. It makes us excited for the next bull market. The next bull market for me is 2024. That's the time to get really excited. That's when I think the money's going to start coming back in. And 2025 is going to be that euphoria. It's going to be peak euphoria. Why does it need to happen now just because we're seeing the news? Why must people get angry or upset because it's not happening right now? This news is there. So why must we why must we have a bull market now? Doesn't make sense to me. But this is very exciting news. And this helps me, it fuels my narrative that in the next cycle, which will be for me 2024, early 2024, I should already be positioned. I should already be all in. Okay, I shouldn't say all in, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Um, but I should be positioned heavily by the time we get to early 2024. I should be positioned heavily. Next thing that we've got here is stable coins, DeFi, likely to be the SEC's next targets in the US as crypto begins to crack down. So interesting how we've got all of this happening, but everybody's talking about the BlackRock news. Look at this. This is a fantastic comment as well. BlackRock news reminds me of when JP Morgan in 2020 mentioned Bitcoin in a report on investment prospects. It's all the same thing. It's all the same thing. All right. It's just all the same thing. Stable coins and decentralized finance are likely to become the next targets in the US Securities and Exchange Commission's crackdown on the crypto industry. Berenberg said in a research report on Tuesday. The investment bank said the SEC may now focus on bringing stable coins, including the two largest by market cap, USDT and USDC, and decentralized finance protocols into regulatory compliance. Now, the reason they're saying that is because they know that a big bull market is coming. And at the forefront of that bull market is going to be DeFi. With all the stuff that's happened with Binance, with all the stuff that's happened with centralized exchanges, people are going to be throwing their money towards things like Uniswap, things like Dexes, and I'm all for it. I'm going to be doing the same thing, to be honest. Binance will have its day, and it will have its day when it does, but there's going to be a lot of money in DeFi, a lot of money on Uniswap. All these new projects that launch, they'll be launching on Ethereum, they'll be launching on Solana, they'll be launching on Binance chain, they'll be launching on all these platforms, all these chains that have support and that have decentralized access. So even Polygon, I know that everybody's bearish on Polygon and we all think that Polygon's going to go to zero and stuff like that. But in reality, I do think that Polygon will have a big move in the next cycle. I think it will go to new highs. In just my opinion, yeah, just my opinion. So even building projects on Polygon and stuff, they're not going to launch on Binance straight away. They're not going to launch on Huobi and KuCoin. They're going to launch, and a lot of their liquidity is going to be on Uniswap or Polyswap or QuickSwap or what's the Solana ones? I don't even know what the Solana was. Poo Swap or something like that. Bitcoin Binance is Pancake Swap, you know. So yeah, I see Bitcoin pushing. I see Bitcoin pushing. Nothing as of yet. Nothing as of yet. We've got a clear liquidity point right here. Oopsie. Clear liquidity right here. We've got clean highs sort of right here. It's kind of the exact same thing. Maybe we push up, maybe we don't. I don't think we should push up further than this. But as I've already said to you guys, I'm open and ready for 32k. I'm open and ready for 32k. I'll chill out. I'll chill out. Yeah, Radium. That's it. That's Solana's one. That's Solana's one. Radium. That's the one for Solana. So I think a lot of liquidity is going to be flowing into those areas of the market, and that's just what I see happening. Okay, that's just what I see happening. Tether to launch on KAVA, so very very bullish for KAVA going into the next cycle. Maybe KAVA could be one of our layer ones that we purchase when we think that the time is right. Could be, it could be. For those of you who follow me on Twitter, I was talking about Inge, Rose, Solana, WASDA. That's a low cap, a very, very low cap. So be careful with that one. What else did I say? I'm looking at other tokens as well. I'm looking at, what are we looking at, man? We're looking at Woo Exchange is another token that I'm looking at. WASDA I've already mentioned. Um, Polkadot could be a potential shout. Solana definitely. PYR Vulcan Forged is a big shout as well. But I want the proper prices. I want everything to align. I don't want price to nuke and the fundamentals across the board are still shit. I want price to nuke, we buy, and then the fundamentals start to shift in our favor. And by the time everybody's come in to the market, we're already 100, 200x up. Who doesn't want that? Who doesn't want that? So USDT coming to KAVA, that's very bullish for me, in my opinion. I like KAVA. I traded KAVA a little bit in the last cycle. Um, just trades, intraday trades. I didn't really spot hold it, you know, but more news like this, and maybe it could become a potential spot holding. Lastly, Huobi founder Li Lin, formerly sued Huobi Global. Let me start again there. Huobi founder Li Lin formerly sued Huobi Global in Hong Kong for using its Chinese trademark that was not allowed to continue to be used in the original acquisition contract. Huobi was acquired by Justin Sun for over $1 billion last year. Sun froze Li Lin's brother's account and accused him of dumping HT this year. And there's the exclusive. When it comes to crypto, we are not out of the woods yet. We are not out of the woods yet. I promise you, we're not out of the woods yet. But that said, I want to thank every single person who tuned in today to listen to my rant. I want to thank every single person who smashed a like on the video. If you're watching this recording, honestly, from NJ to you, a massive thank you. I want to help you guys as much as I can. I really do. I really do. We're not going to catch everything, my friends. We're not going to catch everything. And there are going to be some volatile opinions on the show too. But please subscribe to the channel, get involved in the community. You're all welcome. You're all part of this. This is your movement as much as it is mine. Check out the Telegram. I will see you on the next episode, whenever that may be. Could be another. We could do another episode this week. I think we definitely will. Might not be tomorrow. Might be on Friday. Remains to be seen. Maybe we will stream tomorrow, right? It depends on Murtaza. But if the Feds are going to start. The Fed's going to start speaking now. Fed chairman's going to start speaking now. No, I can't. It's been an hour and 45 minutes. It's been an hour and 45 minutes. I can't keep everybody here. Oopsie. Look, lots of love to everybody. Please smash a like on the video. Please subscribe to the channel. If you're watching this recorded, don't leave a comment. Leave a comment if you're watching this recorded. Do whatever you can to help the YouTube channel grow. This is your channel as much as it is mine. I love you all. Take care. Have a lovely, lovely day. Good luck. Be careful trading this. Be very careful trading this. Okay? Cheers, everybody. And yeah, lots of love. Fantastic comment, by the way. Thank you, NJ. Excellent stream. Can't disagree with anything you said today. Love you, mate. Love you. Love all of you. Hope I am wrong. I hope I am wrong and we do get a fat bull market. If we do, I will flip bias and we will start ramping. There will be 2 streams a day, not 1 stream or 2 streams a week. 2 streams a day. Watch this space. Remember that I said that. Cheers, everyone. Goodbye. Lots of love.